We got a little bit smarter each day, and for day 4 we left earlier than we had previous days. This allowed us to get a few hours of cool weather, making the drive a lot more enjoyable.
Welcome to Pensacola, Florida. The hindsight guys have made it. I'm in the middle of the Midway area with the vendors and stuff. Same vendors. They pretty much travel to every stop. But I will tell you, the Pensacola, the trip from Birmingham to Pensacola, let me just focus on the porta potties, huh? Not paying attention. We did not take, at least I don't think we took the prescribed route. I think that, I would think they wouldn't have made it all interstate, but I didn't even look at their map this morning. We had decided as a group collectively that we wanted to get to Pensacola. So we took the fastest route, which was pretty much I-65 south all the way till you have to drop straight south to Pensacola. So, and then after that, it was a nice, beautiful little drive. We saw a lot of guys on the way, so either they didn't take the route. Man, we got some good-looking guys around here. And they didn't take the prescribed route and just went the fastest route like us, or I don't know, maybe we were on the route. But nonetheless, I'm battling, and we made it quick. We got to the venue, actually, probably an hour before it was supposed to open. The trip was great. It rained its booty off last night, and the weather cooled down amazingly. And this morning when we got up, it was extremely cool. So it was a great ride. The first probably 3 hours of it was just amazing. And after that, it warmed up, and now it's back to being hotter than Hades again. But that's okay. We got a break. Got a little bit of a break. So we're here. We will, we caught up with the guy with the Dakota, so I don't know which video will come out first, but the guy with the Dakota that was mashed onto the Corvette chassis, we spoke to him, we learned a lot about it, and that interview will be up soon. So stick with us and we will bring you more content.
So, what's your name?
My name's Ryan Williams. I'm with Eat My Rust Garage. So you guys check that out as well.
Say that slow so we can catch on thing.
So EMRG, which is Eat My Rust Garage.
Nice.
So
okay,
we're from Central Ohio.
So what inspired this? Tell me something I didn't know by looking at it. There's got to be a lot.
So there is a little bit of a story behind it. So I got the Corvette chassis. It was in really bad shape. It had sat for 30 years under a tarp.
And what your Vette chassis?
It's an 84.
Okay.
So it's an 84. Right. It was really bad shape. So we ended up peeling everything off, and I kept the chassis. Well, this truck, actually my wife learned to drive it.
When I was 14.
She was 14.
How do you feel about him doing this to it?
Oh, it was my idea.
I love it.
You definitely a keeper.
Yeah, I just made it happen. So my father-in-law gave the truck away, and then fast forward like 20 years, and my buddy buys a property, and this truck is sitting in the field. Well, here, the guy never transferred the title, and it had been sitting there forever. The guy never did anything with it. So we got the title, and my buddy's like, yeah, just come get it out of the field. So she has this great idea. Let's put it on the chassis.
Because it had a horrible frame, so we're like,
Yeah, put them together.
put it
I
together.
like it.
So went ahead and put them together, and
Yeah.
this is what you see.
The
We call it-
Chevrolage is born.
Yeah, we call it the Chevrolage.
The Chevrolage.
Yeah, so
Chevrolage.
Chevy and Dodge, Chevrolage.
All right. So, what do you, I see a lot of. Looks like you kept a lot of the original wiring. Probably saved
I
yourself
did.
a lot of headache that way.
Well, for now, at least. I mean, like I said, we were working until Saturday night at 7 o'clock trying to make this. We've been working on it for quite a while, so I still have some wiring to button up. But at least for now, at least for the trip, it's labeled. You know, I need to make a wiring schematic.
I
But
was
if you have a
peeling my
problem,
painter's tape off because it'll melt.
now he tells me.
Now he tells us.
Well, hopefully it'll stick with you. You've got a lot more room between your stuff than I do.
Oh, we'll have to check yours out.
Well, I think I got it all. I got all the painters. Anyways,
Nice.
I saw you find out what these were doing.
So we had a little bit of play in the steering on the way here, and we've had a vibration we've been fighting. We're gonna wait for this guy a little bit.
Yeah, maybe.
It goes right there.
Cameraman ops.
Everybody's like, okay. So we had a little bit of vibration we've been fighting, playing around, and got one of the wheels balanced, had it stopped by, and Memphis had it checked out. Got the wheels balanced, that helped a little bit. We replaced the rear shocks last night, and that helped some. But then we got here, so playing around with it, and there's a little bit of play in the steering rack, so we went ahead and tightened it up.
Yep.
We just got that done, so hopefully that'll help take care of some of that vibration. There's a little bit of shimmy going down the highway.
So, this is how many? Is this your first power tour?
Yep,
Yes.
first power tour.
Right, long haul and obviously
Yep, all the way from Ohio.
staying cool.
Yeah, honestly, yeah, it is.
Nice.
It's running. We're on a stock thermostat, so you know you usually see about 210 on your gauge. This runs right at 108, 109. Highest we've seen is 215, which is pretty impressive. We were only running slimline fans, aluminum radiator, and it is an LQ4 6-liter. It's got 862 heads, so it should be right around 10.5 to 1 compression. Got a 600 lift cam in it, so she scoots pretty darn well.
Yeah. What do you have? You had it weighed?
Not yet. No, we saw
I
they
bet
had it
that's
up there, but one of the other guys suggested we got a farmer down the road, so if you use grain scales, he said we could do that
Oh, yeah.
all across.
So, what was the most difficult part?
Oh man.
I know there's a not wiring. You can't say wiring.
Oh, I can't say-
No.
Well, honestly, getting the motor running is not bad. I can make 4 wires,
Yeah.
you know, flash the vats out of it, 4 wires, and this thing will run. It's fantastic. It runs
Yeah.
the transmission, everything. As far as everything else, yeah, trying to mate stuff up. So the cluster, when you guys get inside there, the cluster is actually an Intellitronics out of a C4 Corvette. So we fitted that in there, so that at least it, you know, works for some of the LS stuff. It's set up for that with
So
the
is
tag.
it like CAN bus communication between it and the ECU?
Yeah, well, it's actually,
Oh, I
no, it's
didn't
just
see
wire.
the-
It's just the communication,
Okay,
so
all right.
speed sensor, tach, all that is direct from the ECU.
Okay.
So, yep,
Nice.
running
And
pretty well.
other than that, it's running good, and you've had no problems with it.
Yeah, wrapped all the exhaust. It is a little toasty. We wrapped all the exhaust. We made a doghouse on the inside
Yeah.
because it sets pretty far back in. But overall, I mean, we're running down the highway 80 mile an hour, and she's running pretty good.
That was his comment. It's like you've got barely enough. It looks like pedals.
Yeah.
You've got some
Hop in there.
sizable feet.
Yeah, come on, hop in.
All right. Here we go. My rest garage.
Yeah.
Let me see it.
That's fun.
There's one in the gas tank too.
Yeah, I can open that without great problem.
It's actually better than you think. So I
This is not bad.
So I tilted the seat a little bit and then separated the pedals.
All right. Yeah. You're.
It's worse for me. I'm
Is that
tall.
all you get?
That's all you get.
That's
So
all you
that's
get.
it.
Okay.
Yep.
It's still. I can still see it being a little tight, but yeah, that's a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, at least the passenger can stretch out.
That's great.
Don't ask me what the seats are from because I'm not sure.
Well, they're comfortable.
Sweet.
They're plenty comfortable. That's great.
Oh yeah. It's it actually has 87 Corvette Challenge suspension under it, so it is a little stiffer suspension for it. And it handles It's fantastic. You just look it around. I mean, just like
That
driving a
sounds like a lot
Corvette,
of
man. Oh yeah, giant go-kart.
So what's next? What are you gonna do to it next?
I still have body work to do, a few other little things, but we have other projects we're going to work on as well. My father-in-law over here, we're actually going to put a Hemi in the back of the minivan.
I want to see that.
Well, you have to stay tuned.
Yeah.
I will.
We'll get
I'll
videos of
definitely.
that.
You get some viewers
Yep.
out of it. We'll definitely mention it on your channel.
I appreciate that.
And that minivan idea.
Yeah, thank him right there.
I like that. It's good. So, and I appreciate you letting me see it, feature it on our channel.
Yeah, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it.
I love this. I love this kind of stuff. So I think our people do too. It's probably why we've only got it.
Heck yeah.
That's all right. We're working on that. But yeah, this is great. I love it. I can't wait. Coming back next year.
We might.
Mike.
See where it says, see how far out it is.
Okay.
It's a long haul for us, which we don't mind. It's pretty fun.
Yeah.
Right from each one. Seen a lot of people, a lot of nice cars.
No two of them are the same. I know.
No, and it's really nice to see the little touches people do to their different vehicles. But a lot of these cars, you know, people just getting out here and driving, I think that's fantastic.
Yeah, I agree. Driving.
Thank you.
All right. Well, thank
Appreciate
you.
it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Drive fast,
Good
take
work.
chances.
Okay.
But it looks exactly the same as made in USA. So I'm like, well, this is Sarasota. Yeah, I was slightly upset because I thought, like, this looks exactly the same. It has the same radiator cap.
Oh,
Yeah. Like, that's not cool, guys.
I'm not calling anybody out, but I would be the same way.
Yeah. I'm like, well, I'm glad it should work, but I'm still slightly upset.
Yeah, that's great.
So walking around here in Pensacola, I stumble across this red Corvette and made me think of an email I received a couple of weeks before the power tour from a gentleman. God, I'm so sorry I cannot remember your name, but if this is your Corvette, Rob, all I can remember, sorry I'm horrible with names, I can remember is the gentleman that emailed me lives in Hawaii, and he was coming to the power tour, and he was coming to Pennsylvania to pick up where his red Corvette was stored, and I think his brother, who lives not too far from me in the Kansas City area, was going to meet up with him somewhere, and they were going to do the power tour. And I can't say for sure that this is the Vette, but the way he described it makes me think, oh, I see a KC Chiefs hat inside, so good chance this is it. So I hope I'm videoing the right one, and I should still have the email, and if I do, I will make sure that we put your name in the tagline of this video. But I will email you and let you know that I found your car, and unfortunately you are not here to talk, but I'm sure we will talk via email.
Here's a nice little Fox body with a hole in the front bumper cover. Oh, that's why. Oh, wait a minute. There's two of them. Nice and low, big old tires. That wouldn't be any fun to drive at all.
So I mentioned on my last video, when we were walking around in Memphis, the my favorite generation of Camaros, and came across this gentleman here. He's long hauling, and it's just a beautiful car, clean. We were talking about the long haul process, and he said, yeah, my battery may have just taken a crap. So hopefully that's all it is, and he gets on his way and gets to head to Atlanta tomorrow with us. Beautiful car. What can you tell me about it?
Well, you see the LS3, 6L80 tranny in it.
You had it for a while?
Yeah, 4-wheel disc brakes, suspension, coilovers.
Nice driving.
Nice driving car. Yeah, real nice car.
Good deal.
Yeah.
Any other plans with it? Anything in the future? Or you got it the way you want it?
I think I got it pretty much the way I want it right now.
It's a good looking ride.
Probably add a new steering wheel, and that's about it.
And maybe a new battery after today.
And a new battery, maybe.
Well, I tell you what, it's a beautiful car. This is my favorite. I videoed a couple in Memphis, and this is just, I was talking about to our subscribers that this is my favorite generation of
Second
Camaro.
generation.
Yeah, this generation is by far my favorite. I don't know what it is, and of course the split bumper just finishes it, just tops it off. So, but yeah, it's a beautiful car.
Well, good luck on your website.
Thank you.
So what's the name of your website?
The name of our YouTube channel is Hindsight Engineering, and it's not spelled like regular hindsight. We spun it around a little bit. It's HYNDZYTE, Hindsight Engineering. Just a name we came up with because a lot of times we find ourselves saying,
Can you remember that?
well, in hindsight, we should have done that differently. So that has happened to us so many times, we decided to make it part of our channel.
Yeah.
So Bob and Larry and Mark and I are just sitting here drooling over this Rambler wagon. It catches your eye at first, and then that's what drags you over, and then little by little you keep seeing more and more and more. So starting here, and just, I mean, look how clean it is. And then before you know it, you realize, oh, what's that? Oh, what's that? And then we started kind of looking at the suspension. It's got a pretty cool interior, GM shifter. You notice the pipes, the side pipes. And then we were looking at the wheel. You know, it didn't have much depth to it, so we were looking, you know, what's the offset on this? This must be something, is that an 8.8 or something? Nope. Bob was the only one who was nimble enough to crawl underneath it and take a peek, and it was a independent rear suspension. So there's a Rambler cross country 770, I believe. So if you're around the channel, you know where there's several other Rambler wagons. Larry's got one, I've got a couple. This is more Larry's year. This is newer than mine, I think. This is a 6.5-ish. Mine's a 6.3. Both mine are 6.3s. But cross countries. Cool looking wagon. So I don't know if YouTube will allow me to talk during this walk around because of that music in the background, but maybe Mark can work some of his magic, because I have to say something about this car. It's amazing. But what I will say, nah, I'll keep that to myself. Anyway, it's a beautiful car. I love the way they tuck the rear bumpers, or the rear bumper and the front bumper. I'm not a huge fan of spoilers, but the way they molded that in is very sweet. The wheel choice is amazing. The tires are never ending. Got a Utah plate on it, so the color choice, spot on. I don't know. Interior looks to be like a saddle, dark saddle color. Oh, windows open over here, good deal. Brakes for days under there. Got brakes that are bigger than the wheels used to be when I started this game. Oh, look at that pistol grip shifter. Cam will be impressed. There is a group of people around this car, as there should be. We got guessing turbo inlets here that go to that. And I just wanted to point out one other thing. And you can see it from here, this angle, I think. That's a real inlet. I'm guessing that's going to cooling brakes. Yeah. Beautiful car. Absolutely beautiful. I may get a little roasted for this, but I do have to say that Toyota is in the game. I just want to grab a door handle and see if they work. But I also don't want to get thrown out. Walking around the Cougar. This Cougar passed us on the way down. He obviously has no problem cruising down the highway. So I thought we'd take a walk around it. I was telling the owner that our channel prefers vehicles that, you know, when you come to a parking lot like this, where it's just full of cars, we prefer and like to focus on the ones that there's only one or two of at the show. And this, asking around for all the hindsight guys, anybody see any other Cougars of this year? Nope. Maybe one. Excuse the 7.3 next to us that just decided to fire up as soon as I fired up the camera. I don't know, I guess we're just lucky like that. People like to. Looking dash cluster. I like those gauges. My battery took a beating on the last person we talked to, so I don't know how much I've got left. But when you're working with a low battery, you grab what you can. And this whole girl is just beautiful. Okay, so I saw this ride. I'm gonna call it a ride. So I saw this ride on the Power Tour Facebook forum for a couple weeks before the tour. And I thought, man, while we're out there, I hope I see this thing somewhere. I've seen it on the road several times and been chasing it down. The owner is not here, unfortunately, but I'll do a quick walk around and just show it to you guys a little bit. It just looks like a blast. Absolute freaking blast. If I remember right, the story is the guy has his 12-year-old daughter with him doing the tour. And let me tell you guys, if you were looking at any of the Power Tour social media stuff, you've seen it. Everybody's pissed. Everybody's unhappy. And I'll tell you what's doing it more than anything, that's the heat. It's freaking hot. And for, you know, all the guys running with no AC, it's brutal. And when you're not only no AC, but you're pretty much in the sun, depending on which angle the sun's coming in. So his daughter that's toughing it out through this is a champ. I'll tell you that. I'll tell you that right now. Love the roof rack, the carrier, because obviously if you didn't have the carrier, you would have nothing else. But I tell you what, if you're going to go full out on the Power Tour, why not do it in something like this? Why not? It's amazing. And they're cool enough to put out Hot Wheels for, you know, kids and me. I'm taking one of these stickers. I'm absolutely going to take one of those stickers. But anyway, wanted to show it to you guys. If anybody saw it, this is it, man. The Velocity. It's sweet. Let's give a shout out to, I'm assuming it has something to do with the building of it or the owner, flatout.autos.com. The Velocity.
I hit this cone, so forgive me.
Hit it.
How long have you had this?
So I bought this car 3 years ago.
Was it? Did you have it this way? You have it built this way? Did you build it this way? Did you buy it this way?
It came as you see it.
Okay, so obviously you knew something was different, but it looks like it grew there.
Yeah.
This would surprise a lot of people.
Well, dimensionally, it's the same motor as the factory 4.6. But when they designed these 97, 98 cars, they apparently were thinking about this motor form, and they domed the hood specifically to fit the supercharger. The dome of the hood made it into production.
Because the
supercharger did not.
The hood is flat. It looks great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll catch the hood on video and walk away from it. But
Yeah, so after you bought the car, what kind of, did you leave it alone or did you mess with it?
No, it's pretty much perfect as is. You know, it does everything I want it to do, and it looks with the hood closed, bone stock.
I bet your air works too, doesn't it?
Nice and cold. It's fully muffled, so it's quiet. So I mean, you can really roll around in this, and nobody has any idea what's under the hood.
So have you had it on a track?
Yeah.
Have you measured it?
12.64.
love it. I love it. Absolutely love it. That's awesome. Tell me about your suspension. Is it still running those stock bags, or are you doing something different?
Factory air. I have a little computer that will trick it into deciding it's too high or too low, so
Okay.
you can manually raise or lower it.
Yeah, because when I came out of the hotel in Murfreesboro, it was down.
Yeah, it was sitting
And that was another thing that caught my eye, and I thought, you know, it's got the original wheels on it. I wonder if he's running the bags and he's purged them, if he's dropped them or what.
Yeah, nope,
So it's just an aftermarket computer that runs that?
It's some guy builds these little modules, and every once in a while you catch him when he has a couple.
Is that the breadboard sitting on the seat?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Well, that's pretty cool. I might have to check into that.
Yeah.
Because this is the look that I'm looking for on mine. Well, I appreciate you talking with us a little bit, and just
no, of course.
I'm gonna do a walk around on it a little bit.
I'm glad you like the car.
Yeah, absolutely love it, man. Thank you.
Yeah, my pleasure.
That's really cool.
So I'm going to learn more about the computer system that he's talking about that tricks the bags into putting it down on the ground. That is apparently the computer that he's talking about that runs up into there. I can't see my screen, so I'm hoping I'm picking it up. And I would say that this is definitely a Lincoln of distinction. Who would have thought about getting us a hotel at the beach?
That guy'd have been really, really, really smart and taken care of. Guaranteed.
It's a Thursday night. I'm sure we could get a room on the beach.
Did we even have this idea before today?
Coming to the beach, but not staying on the beach.
I felt kind of
But with that being said, we made it to the beach. It's already cooling down. Let's go in there first.
Here? There.
Let's go over here first.
gift shop.
No, not the freaking gift shop. The fire lane. We have officially gone as far south as we can, Mark. Right now.
I'm not sure I ever would have thought I would make it to the ocean in the Cougar.
You made it. I mean, we could go get the Cougar and it could make it.
Yeah, did you hear
But-
what? Just take it on the beach.
Yeah. Talking about some dysfunction. Hindsight engineering at the beach.